I have delayed the food journaling video because I fell on my cross bike and broke 2 ribs the other day. And at the end, I will wrap up my experience with food journaling, which is sort of interesting. I learned a lot. And my ribs, this is 1 week on from my crash, and I'm going over cracks on my road bike, and I feel okay. It is definitely the last day for shorts in Northeast Wisconsin. I got my foul hollows on. I can tell you we are going to sell out of those socks, which is great. But if you want a pair before Christmas, order soon, my friends. Thanks for supporting the channel by ordering socks. Win-win. Okay, on with the show. Oh, welcome to day 3. Okay, this has been interesting. Already, I'm learning a ton about what I'm shoving in my body. Now, one thing, if you have been watching this channel for a long time, you know that for whatever weird reason, I'm an advocate of eating the same thing over and over again. It's a weird trick that seems to work for me to help me cut some weight. So I've been doing that, and certainly with breakfast. So I just wanted to run through my breakfast now. I'm having 1 banana, some plain soy milk, and then some chia seeds, and then the secret is this stuff, PB Fit. Oh man, this stuff is a total game changer. Peanut butter powder, it's dirt cheap, it tastes amazing, and it has a pretty decent amount of protein in it without getting too carried away. So this stuff is awesome. But one of the negatives I wanted to discuss was today I weighed myself and I was not any lower. So the first 2 days or 3 days really of not eating like an idiot. I was at 185 this morning, I weighed in at 180. That's substantial, right? Like 5 pounds, that's awesome. Now it's still not pre-pandemic levels, but for God's sakes, it's been a week, man. You gotta give it some time to work to lose weight in a healthy way, right? And I know these things, but still your brain won't let you accept that sometimes. Oh, gosh, if this isn't doing any good, why should I keep doing it? Well, that's why it's important to look back at the metrics that you're entering. So the weight went up, but who cares? Do I feel better? Yes. Do I have more energy? Yes. Am I drinking a lot more water? Yes, so much more water, which is good. So yesterday I didn't get my exercise in, but I ended up working at the Airbnb house for a significant amount of hours. So I entered some exercise in to make up for that, but I only put 500 calories in for the work. Because I think I found on that last house doing all that manual labor is a lot less intense than I might think. So renewed my emphasis on making sure I get my workouts in, which is great. But then what I found myself doing for the past few days is eating up to the calorie limit prescribed by the app instead of thinking through whether or not I'm hungry. So last night I really focused on like, am I actually hungry, or am I just eating because this app is giving me permission to eat because I exercised? And it made a little bit of a difference. So I dropped 1 pound last night, no big deal. But it was just an interesting mental shift. Like, you know, regardless of what the app says, am I actually hungry? And again, that's where the app is really that link between the brain and the stomach, is like having that thought process instead of just diving into the kitchen and throwing stuff down my throat. Anyway, this is quite an interesting psychological process that all this food journaling is taking me down. And I think I'll probably need more than 2 weeks to see benefits. It doesn't look like the weight is just like falling off my body by any means. So this app is trying to get me to eat more protein. So today I've got beans and chicken. That's all I'm gonna have for lunches, beans and chicken. Really wanna try to amp up the protein for at least 1 or 2 days and see if that has any sort of difference. I think I'm gonna stick with it because it's really not that taxing. It's so much easier to do than I expected it to be. I thought it'd be a huge pain in the butt. And I can't even say it's any kind of pain in the butt. It's just a thing. On my cross bike, going down a trail, there was a stump or a rock or something, maybe another, something under some leaves. I hit that, flipped right over, and landed on my back on top of a stump. And let me tell you, that hurt instantly. But man, this is going to be even more struggle now without being able to work out at all, at least for today. Maybe tomorrow I'll try the trainer and see if I can make that work. But it doesn't hurt to breathe necessarily. It really hurts to cough. Oh my God, that's a 10 out of 10. So little setback. Okay, that's your check-in for today. definitely a down day. I weighed myself after my pity party yesterday and it was not pretty. 184. So then today, we're back to green smoothies. But my ribs really hurt today. I'll tell you that much for free. Just finished a little spin down in the basement, hour and 15 minutes on my broken rib. And I feel so much better. It's hard to be excited because it hurts when I start breathing deep, but I feel so much better. I really do. Really do. It's amazing, no matter how injured I am, to find a way to ride a bike is such a awesome feeling. So, man, I feel so much better. And the food journaling thing, super handy right now, because if it wasn't for that, I'm sure that I would not be so worried about continuing to ride my bike to get my exercise. So my wife said she wanted to order pizza tonight for dinner, and that's not good for my fatness. So I have to ride in order to eat the pizza. I'm taking some Vicodin to control the pain, which is probably what allowed me to ride my bike. And maybe that's why I feel so good. I don't know. But Vicodin messes with your plumbing, so to speak, I've heard. So I'm a little worried about that too. TMI? Because I know we're going to have this pizza later. I have these beautiful carrots, organic carrots that we get from our weekly delivery. I'm going to peel these up and eat these because I have a limitless supply of room for pizza in my belly. So I'm going to try to fill up with carrots so when the pizza gets here, I don't kill myself on pizza. That's my point. Again, food journaling. Would not be so concerned about this without the journal. So I might not be losing weight, but I'm changing behaviors. If I go for a walk, there won't be any food to stuff in my face. All right, race fam. So what did I learn from 2 weeks, well now 3 weeks of food journaling? I learned a lot. Mostly, I learned to think about what I'm shoving into my mouth. Like yesterday is a good example. My ribs feeling much better now. We're a week past the crash, and this is 3 weeks into food journaling. Got home from a 50-mile, 3-hour ride yesterday, and normally I would have eaten everything in sight. But because of the food journaling, I limited that, but I didn't do damage after that big ride, which felt amazing. And that is absolutely what I would have done any other time, right? So I learned to connect my brain to my stomach, and that's really where the food journaling thing comes in. Here it is. So handy. So I just, even this app, and I'm sure other ones do this too, but this app will remind me throughout the day to plug in the information. So I can plug in my snacks, my water, my weight for the day, lunch, dinner. Again, it doesn't matter about the app. That really wasn't the point of this video. I didn't make significant changes to my diet. I didn't make significant changes to my exercise. I was trying to determine just food journaling, what would that do? And I did lose some weight. So this morning I weighed in at 181 and it's been pretty consistent there. So beginning at 185, getting to 181 in 3 weeks with really making no lifestyle changes whatsoever and having 2 broken ribs, which has definitely slowed down my exercise. That's great. I can't complain about that really. And then another takeaway from this is it's really not that big of a deal to do food journaling. Years of not wanting to do anything like this, avoiding the concept of going to see a nutritionist because I don't want to be told to write down everything I'm eating. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It's not that bad. Another takeaway is the exercise part of this equation is absolutely critical. Days that I didn't get a workout in, I felt really constrained on calories. I felt really like I was dieting. But the days that I got my exercise in, I logged the calories that I burn in the app. It opened up a whole new world of calories that I could eat. And then earlier in the video I mentioned that I was eating up to what the app says, and that doesn't really make any sense, right? Up to what your stomach says makes more sense. So I was eating more just because the app said I could. All right, so another takeaway, drinking water is incredibly important. So I already knew that, but having the app make sure that you're logging all the water that you're supposed to be intaking is interesting. I know that some of you agreed to go along with me on this journey, so I really want to hear about your takeaway. Did you lose some weight? Did you change some behaviors? Did you find some interesting insights like I did? So I know my friend Adam has done this before, or is doing it currently, and entering the food before you eat it is a really good hack at controlling what you're going to eat at dinner. So if I say I'm going to have 2 pieces of pizza and I put it in, the chances of me actually having 2 pieces of pizza skyrocket versus what I would have done previously without this mind-body connection. Okay, So I think I'm going to move forward with this and continue to incorporate this as part of my routine. It's been super fascinating for me. I hope you are able to take away something from this. I'm going to keep doing it. I hope you keep doing it. Please let me know in the comments down below what your story is. Also, if you guys get a chance, buy some Follow Hollow socks at followhollow.com. Alpaca socks made in the USA. They're fantastic quality. It's my brand. I created the brand. I had the idea. I've incorporated some partners to help me on the digital marketing front, and they're doing an amazing job. We are definitely going to sell out of the socks, so if you get a chance to order them and you see it on live on the site that we have inventory, I would encourage you to pull the trigger and get them, because we are definitely going to run out. All right, and go buy some Fix-It sticks. Go buy a weather neck, go buy a back bottle, all that stuff, right? So I appreciate it. More than anything else, I appreciate your subscription. That's all. So you can do that 100% free, and I would greatly appreciate that. All right, thank you for watching. If you have any 14-day challenge ideas for me, throw those in the comments too. I'm always game. All right, talk to you soon, Race Fam. Bye.